Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Aquas Founder. My name is Marion and this is my review for the dosing pump Jebao Dp-4. I think this is the best dosing pump you can have for your aquarium, and you wonder like why is the best? It's the best because the price is so low compared to all other brands. So just put like in perspective, this Dp-4 dosing pump is $80. Let me repeat that. Like just to compare like to other brand like Ecotech, the Neptune, the GHL, the Camware, the Bubble Magus, the Neptune, and there's other like brand, but in general they cost like $200 to $350 US, and this one is like $80. So it's not like the most like the best quality of all the pump, but it does the job. I have this for like 2 years I think, so I can say safely like I can do a review like over a long period of time. I mostly use like specifically one and sometimes two. The two others I don't really use them because I don't really need in my case. But for $80, okay, if that fail, you can buy another one. You still make your money. And if the second one fail, you can buy a third one and still make even. So because of the price is so good, it's hard to beat that pump. It doesn't mean like I said it's like the best quality, but it does the job. I never had like any problem. I know sometimes there's like users that have report some problem for the pump fail or whatever. It's like any electronic product, they always have some of them fail, but it's simple first and it does the job. So if you never had like a dosing pump ever, so what it does is you have like a container dosing, like in my case it's like a calcium for like a reef aquarium. You can have like I use the alkalinity from Red Sea. You can have the tropic marine also, and if you have like a freshwater, you can use like the advanced, like the CCAM, the XL, or like the iron, stuff like that. So you can use like for your freshwater also. And for $80, you can find it like on Amazon I think. It's the less expensive option by like really far. So you can put the liquid or the powder and mix it with water, and you have the liquid. So what it does, it will just pump all along the tube. It goes in, it should be here, and actually I can just show a demonstration, so I'm gonna just manually do it. And this is where the end of the tube. I'm just gonna put that here. So I'm just gonna do it manually. And that's how it does. So it will dose all the liquid that you cannot see because it's out of frame. If I put it like that. So it will all dose the liquid that's inside of that and just throw away in the other aquarium, which is actually my alkalinity, and should probably not do that. It's not just water. Yeah, I should stop. And it's all it does. It's simple. So if you're in the reef aquarium, you often need to have like the alkalinity, the calcium, the magnesium. The fourth one is mostly for like a supplement, a mix of like a bunch of things. I do not recommend to use any dosing pump for auto top off. Except if it said specifically you can do auto top off with a dosing pump, but I do never recommend dosing with a dosing pump, the water evaporation with that, because it will just burn the pump over time. So it's really that simple. It's not Wi-Fi. You have like another version. It's like I think 40 bucks something. It's the Jebao Wi-Fi 2.4 something like that, and it's way smaller. Like it's like the same length, and it's like that width. I don't need honestly the Wi-Fi. I just I just use the screen over there. So what is a dosing pump? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna open one, and it's not honestly super easy to remove, but sometimes you have to for the camera. All right. So this is the inside of a dosing pump. It's really that simple. And all it does, you have like the needle over here, and it will just spin. I'm gonna just select this one, and it will just spin like that. You cannot really see correctly, but it spin the thing. So it will spin inside of this, and I'm just gonna put it back, and there we go. And all the liquid goes in. I think it's like this. This is the in, and this is the out. So all the liquid that goes in will go out of this one. So you can see it does that. And you can hear like it's not like super silent. Sometimes all the pump does like a different kind of sound. So it's not the most silent dosing pump, but I don't really care honestly. I put it like a. Oh. So if you're creative, you can make like a track sound for music, for Interstellar maybe. So it's not like the most silent pump, but I use it like for like 10 minutes or something like that, like every day. Most of the time, like I'm working, so I cannot hear it. So what you can do with that pump, you can like just use it manually like this, and you can do a correction. For each pump, you can do a calibration. You can set the date and time. So today is 2018, October, the time. Yes, and there we go. And you can set program, and this is where it gets really interesting. So you can select like, on this one is there's like 4 pump. You can see there's like 8 pump. So what you can do behind, you can just link another one. If you're like you need like more pump, if 4 is not enough for you, you can buy like another one and just link it just on the back like that. So I'm gonna select like this pump, like this. So per day, I just dose 1 time. You can set it like for 24 per day, and then interval. So you can set every week if you want. Just 1 dosing every week, or just every day, like this is like every day. This is the quantity that you can put the dosing or the liquid, sorry. So for I test like a lot. I test my aquarium, do a lot of tests, so to make sure like what is the best zone for me. So this is it depends on each aquarium, on each person. So it's up to you to make sure like you don't overdose or underdose the stuff. So it takes like during like a week, you can test every day your aquarium, and eventually you'll find like the sweet spot. So for me it was like for 31, but depending if I remove like corals in my aquarium, I may need to lower this, or if I add some other coral, I may need like to just correct this number. And this is the dosing time, and it's at 12 p.m. So every day it will just put 31 milliliters of the liquid that is inside of this, which this is the alkalinity for me. And that's it. So as you can see, it's really simple. I like this is the back. It's not like the best quality honestly for a dosing pump, but I mean, for 80 bucks, it's so inexpensive. Like you can, when I talk about like quality, it's like, you can see, if I'm not really forcing, but wait, yeah, like it, it opened a little bit easy. It felt honestly just a little bit cheap, but it worked. Let's put that way. For me, it worked. I never had any problem. So if you're using that, I recommend to use tube like this. this is what I use. I bought it on the reefsupply.ca, and it worked really fantastic. It's really like flexible, and I never really had issues directly because of that. But over time, you can see there's like a little moist or whatever it is. So I may need to clean the tube because there's like this. It looks like a little bit dirty. If you can just focus. Anyways, and if you're about to put the end of the tube, wait, I'm gonna just take something. Alright, so this is what I use to just hold on the tank. I'm gonna just move all of this. So what happened is like I just put that over like this. So I just hold and I just screw a little bit tight, but not too tight. And I was doing like so. So what happened is over time, I don't know if you can see. Okay, let's just pretend that there's like water over here. So over time, the tube was inside of the water, and you can see the tube doesn't look really nice. And the inside of the tube, there's like a calcification, I think we say, and the inside of it was really hard. It's like it wasn't soft as this tube, like just over that part. Like all the end of the tube is really rigid. It's really like really tough. So if you dose your stuff, make sure it's like over the aquarium like this, and it's just deep inside of the aquarium. The other problem that you can have, like when it's like inside of the water, it can siphon back if the dosing pump is like in certain height of the water. So you can risk to siphon your stuff. So this is something like I learned over the time. Yeah, so I'm just sharing my experience. So this is basically like my review for the pump. It worked well. Never had any trouble with that. I recommend to anyone. You can buy 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, and you still have your money back if it failed. So I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna make like another video just for the calibration and the setup, like to be a little bit more like specific. And that's pretty much it. And if you're lazy, you can maybe use this as a dosing and just connect to the aquarium like this and just drink chocolate. Really good. But I'm not going to because it's disgusting. It was inside of my aquarium. But this is an idea for the lazy people. And voila! I hope that covered pretty much everything. And this was just one take. Hope like you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.